Questions surrounding the financial analysis report. We start off going through the gross margin calculation, which is simply the total sales revenues minus the cost of goods sold, divided by the total sales revenue expressed as a percentage. Our target has been 65%. In this case, you can see that he's at 61%. Now, part of this gross margin calculation, what it reflects, and this is what the most important part, is that it's either a major production problem, yields are too low, we know we don't have that, a marketing problem, we're not getting the value out of it, or I think the most important fundamental question is whether the right products are being produced. Remember that risk management around a crop starts with what you put in the planter, not what you put in the bin. So a lot of thought has to be put into it, and it's why I put a number of crops in there with just 1 acre, just to see what they look like. And we need to be experimenting with those types of ideas if we do plan for a year, for a budget. Secondly is fixed costs, and I think that's something that we all have to take a real hard look at. This is everything to do with anything that isn't a variable cost, and all variables are basically seed, fertilizer, chemical, and crop insurance. So in this case, this is all the fundamental things. And what's changed over the years is the fact that it used to be that fixed costs were about 60% of your cost structure and 40% went to variables. Now it's flipped right over, which has made it far more risky, and we have to think about it. Not that it makes fixed costs any less important. We've put some benchmarks in here, and in some cases you may not fit in there just because of the fact that you're still profitable growing specialty crops or whatever. But it's something you really need to take a look at, and if less than the benchmark, it usually signals a labor problem or maybe too much equipment. And that's the big things that you've got to think about. And if indeed they're very high and you've got all the tools, then you should be increasing acres. And that leads us to the next video with regards to remedying high fixed costs. Thank you very much.